businesses are created by people for the benefit of other people. And so we need to understand human psychology, both our psychology and the psychology of the people we interact with, relate to.
Hard work alone is definitely not enough. You have to work hard, but you also have to work smart.
How are you going to create value that someone else in the world wants or needs?
Honestly, just keep trying and don't be afraid to fail. I think that's so important.
Bank account and calendar. Yeah. It does not lie.
Like, we can understand what we should do. We just don't do it. And I think that's why we're so much better at giving advice than we are at following it.
It's not how much you get paid for your hour. It's what do you think you're worth? Nobody's going to get paid a penny more than they think they're worth. See, if you think you're worth 1,000, but you're only getting paid 100, then you're going to start thinking about your time differently, where you'll say no to things that don't even look remotely close to a $200, maybe a $300 an hour opportunity. You see, most people spend time to save money. I encourage them to spend money to save time. So I think that you have to start with the belief you're worthy, but then you got to back it up by action, right? Like just being somebody that shows up, that honors their word, right? Be impeccable with your language. Second would be skills. Like what skill do you currently have that's creating value, and is there a way to upgrade that skill, right? Marketing, sales, etc. And then the third part, I think, is belief systems. So think about like limiting beliefs is like, well, I can't do this. I've never done this before.
They're trying to find the perfect thing to do when they haven't done anything. So how will you have perspective to make a judgment?
All the most successful people I've ever met are all winging it. They're all literally just working incredibly hard, and they're just giving it their best shot.
Any massive company that you know of has existed for multiple decades. And in order for something to exist for multiple decades, the founder has to stay focused on that thing for the whole time.
Every successful person in sport, in business, whatever, whether they've started a business or not, every single one of them has failed time and time and time again.
It doesn't matter how much money you have, 100,000 or 100 million. If money is the primary decision, you make a decision, you're a prisoner.
I think we've got an obligation to do great work. We're only here for a short time, not a long time. And we've got the faculties and the ability to do great work. I think we should.
Can you decide right now to see opportunity? It's there.
Yes.
It's right there.
I think it's so important for people to remember that they're the creators of their lives instead of the victim of their lives, right? So the victim is saying, I'm feeling this way because that person or that circumstance, or I don't have any money, is causing me to feel this way. That's my relationship with money. What that really means is I'm using my lack to reaffirm my dependency, my addiction, my conditioning. That's my relationship with money, is that I put my attention on money because I don't have it.
Richness isn't a function of money. Money's part of it. But it's, when I think of money, all money really is energy and movement. And we don't circulate money particularly well in this world or in this country. It gets accumulated. And when things get accumulated, energy stops moving.
Your subconscious mind, it's both genetic and environmental, that's controlling your behavior. It's because you're programmed to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And until you change the program, nothing's going to change.
It's you can wake up and you can decide that the world has scarcity and negativity and lack, and you will find evidence of that. Or you wake up and you decide that the world is abundant and there's positivity and there is so much opportunity around me. And my job is to just keep my eyes open for the rest of the day and not because your frequency, your energy is what you frequently see.
It's not about wealth. It's who you become.
Most people are just a little short of money, but you are born rich in potential.
That whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be.
Having a new iPhone, having a new watch, having an increased bank account may give me peripheral satisfaction, but deep emotional meaning is usually not going to be there.
Whatever we can conceive and believe, we will achieve.
For most people, what they do is exterior driven. It's driven by what we think others think we should have. It's not what we think we should have.
We're allowing our environment to influence the way we feel and the way we think. Isn't that what victimization is? And the stronger the emotion we have to our lack, the more we put our attention on the fact that we don't have it, right?
Yeah.
So then the person has forgotten that they're creating reality, because what they're creating is lack. And they're creating more of it.
If you let the outside world control you, you're toast. Because when anything goes wrong, it's in control.
If you think about people having the things they want in their life, when they create from lack and separation, it's the experience in three-dimensional reality that produces the emotion. And the emotion is saying, let's feel and experience this thing that you've been in lack and separation from. And that emotion then takes away the lack or separation. But you've worked really hard to get it. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Is there another way to do it?
Yes.
Okay, so the person who's living in lack is waiting for their wealth to feel abundant. They're waiting for their success to feel empowered. Mm-hmm. They're waiting for their healing to feel gratitude. They're waiting for their new relationship to feel love. They're waiting for their mystical experience to feel awe. That's the Newtonian model of reality, of cause and effect. Waiting for that event to happen to take away this separation or lack. Nothing wrong with it. It's the way most people create. But what we've discovered is actually something else. The moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. The moment you feel worthy and abundant, you're generating wealth. The moment you're empowered, you are moving towards your success. The moment you're in love with yourself and you're in love with life, you'll create an equal. The moment you are in awe of life, you're going to have a mystical experience. And so that's causing an effect, right?
We have a poverty of meaning, particularly in the Western world, that is driven by rampant consumerism, thinking that we're going to replace this whole. And if people can stop and think about what's meaningful to them, why am I alive? What can I be doing that will bring inherent meaning to who I am and why I'm here? That makes a big difference.
Why is it people that seem to work, some people that work extremely hard don't make that much money?
They're working hard on the work. They're not working hard on themselves.
A true rags to riches story, Dan transformed his life to what many dream to be.
I made my first million at 27, multimillionaire at 28, and it wasn't until I was 36 I allowed myself to buy McLaren.
A sought-after business coach, angel investor, and serial entrepreneur, Dan uses his massive social media platform to teach people the rules he wishes he knew before getting into the entrepreneurial industry.
It doesn't matter how much money you have, 100,000 or 100 million. If money is the primary decision, you make a decision, you're a prisoner.
He shares his wisdom so others can learn from his mistakes and become stronger, better entrepreneurs. The question is, how did he do it?
Bank account and calendar. Yeah, it does not lie.
In this video, we'll break down Dan's 5 game-changing rules that could shift how you think about money, time, and success forever.
The 3 things that I would say that people who've created wealth, and when I think wealth, I think of like time and just like the freedom, is first off is they understand the value of their time. So, and when we think about the value of the time, it's not how much you get paid for your hour, it's what do you think you're worth? So what I learned a long time ago is nobody's going to get paid a penny more than they think they're worth. See, if you think you're worth 1,000, but you're only getting paid 100, then you're going to start thinking about your time differently, where you'll say no to things that don't even look remotely close to a $200, maybe a $300 an hour opportunity. You see, most people spend time to save money. I encourage them to spend money to save time.
Rule number 1, buy back your time. Dan believes time is your most valuable currency. Think about it. How often do you get caught up in tasks someone else could do? Outsourcing, delegating, or even automating frees you up to do what actually needs your attention.
The only ways we can create wealth is by making that hour worth more. But the second part is increasing your value. So if you think you're worth 1,000, but you're only charging 100 or people aren't willing to pay you more than that, then you can say, well, how can I become more valuable? For me, the 3 areas I always look at is the character traits that I have, right? Like, you're not valuable if you're not somebody that can deliver on the commitments you've made. So I think that you have to start with the belief you're worthy, but then you got to back it up by action. Right? Like just being somebody that shows up, that honors their word, right? Be impeccable with your language. Second would be skills. Like what skill do you currently have that's creating value? And is there a way to upgrade that skill, right? Marketing, sales, etc. And then the third part I think is belief systems.
Mm-hmm.
So think about like limiting beliefs is like, well, I can't do this. I've never done this before. And I know the person has those beliefs if I hear the language, and you know what I'm talking about. This language like could, should, it'd be nice.
All right, want to, yeah.
Yeah, that language has the expectation of failure built into it. So that's the limitation beliefs. And then on the other side of the coin of the outcome is the negative beliefs. So what's negative beliefs that keeps people broke? The rich people are evil. There's no chance you're going to wake up to try to be rich if you believe rich people are evil. For the goal, if you think the outcome is negative. So until we work through those beliefs, that's what I call self-sabotage. The biggest work I do with entrepreneurs is understanding what are the unconscious beliefs they have that are literally self-sabotaging their progress to winning.
Rule number 2. What do you think you're worth? Your time is your most valuable asset. If you don't put a price on it, someone else will, and it'll never reflect its true value. As Dan explains, to grow wealth and live on your terms, you must understand what your skills, knowledge, and experience are truly worth. Then set boundaries and charge accordingly. Your skills are your ultimate leverage. Sharpen them, and you'll see exponential returns. If you are finding that people aren't paying you what you think you're worth, you need to find ways to either improve and grow or remove yourself from the environment that hinders you. Remember, undervaluing yourself isn't humility, it's self-sabotage.
Think about it. Money is an amplifier. That's it. It's not good or bad. It's like a fork. A fork can be used to hurt somebody. It can be used to nourish somebody. It's a tool. That's it. So some people buy the Rolex because they're trying to fill a hole that says, I'm not enough. Maybe this will make me feel worthy of that affection. Other people get it because they understand the history, and from a engineering point of view and a story, maybe if their grandfather had one, they want to wear it as a reminder of that. And it could be like, this is the cool part, is that it's not necessarily the thing, it's the story behind the thing.